All right, we're here at the darkness, and this is Studio Tek Part 2. And what do we have up here, Robert?
So we've added a custom flywire rail that has got a 50-degree bend into it. So it's not just going down a hallway, but it's actually coming over to the room because there's a perfect perch right above this animation. So what we're doing here is we got Brody harnessed up. Everything's installed in. It's completely stainless steel. As I said, it's going to last your building.
Now, let me ask you a question. This is part 2. The Darkness Haunt Tour hasn't started, and it's about to start in one day.
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert, from the time of you coming here to installing this, I mean, it was a matter of what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yeah.
Now, how long did it take you to install this?
Well, it took us, well, we got here, what, on Monday night? Sunday night.
Sunday, yeah.
And we just came in with the rail, you know, trying to get it all into here. And it fit, so we got it in. And then, we came back Monday and installed it up here. And then came back today and then added, because of this, we needed to add some custom hangers. And it's done.
Now, let me ask you a question, Robert.
All of it total, I mean, we've got maybe 3.5 hours of installation.
Now, when somebody buys one of these, do you have to install it, or can they?
They can.
They can?
So anytime, like if we're setting something turnkey with towers and truss and all of that, it's going to come, well, all of them come with a binder with full breakdown instructions how to set it up.
That was interesting.
I know. And then if we do anything custom, then we'll customize the build plan.
Now, you're going to be at the Transworld show, and we made a video when we talked to you, so make sure you guys watch that video. It's the Transworld Part 2, and you kind of showed everything. We're going to come back when the show's happening and see the stuff. But we got Brandon here, right? Brody. I'm sorry. Brody, hey, come over here for a second. Can you tell us this harness, how long did it take you to get in it?
From setting up to putting the legs in and putting it all together took me about 6-7 minutes just to get it all put in together.
And let's see all this here.
Once it's in your...
Where do you clip in?
Okay, so first starts off on my shoulders here. I pull these in together to make it tight. I have these hip straps and leg straps right here. And then I have legs for a counterbalance once I hook up onto this rig right here.
And that he's talking about that rig right there.
So if you see right here, he's going to go ahead and go on to, it's a rolling bridle, so we've got 2 pick points on his hips. So what we're doing is, once we pick on the hips, you got all this typical pressure that's here on your waist. When we put the leg straps in, he can stand vertically, and it's like he feels like he's still standing on the ground.
And the leg straps go in, well, to my legs and into my shoe. So once I get onto the rig, I can basically stand up like I am right now and just feel it all in my feet. When I start bending down, I'll start feeling it into the legs, and once I fully flat out, it's fully balanced throughout my body.
Now, have you, do you teach people how to do this?
Yes, I do.
Okay, how long does it usually take?
The training actually takes, there was one guy I did, and it took us like not even 5 minutes. I got him up on the harness, and I just told him what to do, and he started balancing it out, and then he was like, oh, I got it. And then he started...
Yeah, the biggest thing is getting people to learn how to harness up properly. Once they've learned how to harness up properly, it's all muscle memory. So once you get in it, you start feeling it. The trolleys are very reactive, so it's just, you know, getting them to dial it down. They don't need to sit there and overly push off, or they're going to fly very fast. And then just little movements and have fun.
Yeah, it's a really fun rig. I enjoy it. I love training people on it and seeing people's face.
Now, Robert, how much does it cost? I mean, we don't have to say what this one costs, but what is the price range for a flying rig in a haunted house?
Well,
Like average.
So, like our
And by the way, let me rephrase that. So, like most haunts don't have like the budget of a mega haunt, right? So, like we're saying the medium-sized haunt wants to get a flying rig. What's the price range there?
well, I mean, in a situation like this where the building is conducive to mounting a rail where you're not having to put in towers and truss, which escalates the price. I mean, you're kind of in the 20,000 range in putting something like this up. We're doing custom, some more, where we're doing some bends, but you get into the full towers where we can fly up to 30, even 40 feet in expansions. You're getting into the $30,000 range.
What if they just want to go, say, like 15, 20 feet straight?
So last year, and we have it at the show this year, we created what is called the glide wire. Now that one is a low profile, full rig. It's set up. It's a 10-foot multi-flyer, meaning you can vertically fly from platform to platform, and you can set it in a haunt where you can get 2 scares. You can head one way, turn around in another scene, get them another way. Now that was extremely popular. I mean, we installed one, and actually we just sent it. They installed it, but Netherworld has one. A bunch of different theme parks.
How much are those?
So they, at show special, they're right around 9,000, and they go up to about 11,000.
So 9 to 11,000, and what did they do different than this one?
So they're going to be more of a vertical flyer. So the actor in a position where you wanted them to come at you, like a very attack type position, they're going to be raised up at a high elevation, and they're going to be more vertical coming at you. So that's why we call it the glide wire.
Do you have one of those on display at Transworld?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're going to be right next to the other 2 Flywire FX.
And by the way, you know how I'm going to remember your name next time? Brody from Jaws.
There you go.
All I got to do is think about Brody. Do you know who Brody is in
Yes,
Jaws?
I do.
Which character is he?
Isn't he the one with the beard, right? Am I getting that correct? I'm messing up. I'm messing
Brody! Isn't that the cop?
Ooh.
Okay. But anyway,
Right.
So Robert and Brody from Jaws, and because you do live on the ocean, so it's very possible you could encounter a great white shark. So Brody, what are some of the quick tips that you offer people when they're going to do what you're about to do?
I just say don't overthink it, because once you get up there, you're gonna go, okay, this is what I need to do, and it's just super simple. All you need to do is just give yourself a good push, and you'll just go with it. It's not that tricky to do. Balance-wise, just remember to center yourself. Don't over try to correct yourself.
Now, what do you suggest for like a costume? Can they wear a mask with this?
Costume? I've never really put on a mask with it.
I wouldn't put a mask per se on anytime you're doing these kinds of rigs. Prosthetics are great. Knots, we put in a flying ring, and the girls were all witches, and they had these flowing capes, and they were flying from platform to platform, and the prosthetics worked really well. It was comfortable for them. Stuff that's going to be really sweaty on an actor, I don't think you really want to do. As far as costumes is concerned, you full costume this rig, all you need is little breakout points to connect to the harness.
I'm going to be in a costume at the show that will show that it can completely be covered.
All right.
And understand this, that especially in this, now we always include the leg straps. There's quite a few attractions that won't use the leg straps. It's faster to put on the harness, and the thing is that especially if they're doing a lot of hopping from place to place like this is what we call a wall crawler, because they can go right up and around and ceiling crawler. So in something like that, maybe you don't need it, because they're not suspending on, let's say, a 30 or 40 foot rail all night long.
So, Brody from Jaws, are you ready to show us how you strap in and fly?
Of course.
All right, let's. Now, real quick from you over here, how do they reach you?
You can call us on our office line, 818-999-4565, website, www.studiotekfx.com.
And you're based out of Cali.
Or Los Angeles, yep.
Right outside of Los Angeles.
And, you know, we do a lot of custom projects. Everything's always unique. And like that rolling bridle right there, after we came in and measured your building, we went ahead on the water jet, we cut, and I designed that trolley. That's new. And, or actually, not the trolley, but the rolling bridle below the trolley. So
now, what's a recommended height, like over the top of people, so like their legs don't kick a customer or something?
Well, you know, I mean, when we're like our flying rigs, our towers, our rails up at 14 feet. But it really depends on. Remember, when you see the way he sets it, once he balances up, he's got a lot of control. So it's not like he's just going to be flying and wailing around. He can actually control his balance. So, all right, gonna step right off of here. Now see that? Now in your location, he can actually put his feet down. Like if I stand right here, go ahead and see. I mean, he, for the most part, his legs are right, you know, right above me. So you get a tall person, he could technically, on a vertical position like that, he could hit somebody. But the reality is, he's going to tuck up, and he's going to balance himself. So in terms like this, I can't even touch him. But if they wanted to, like at Transworld, when we first brought it up, he was flying over and taking the hats off of people. So. All right. So in this right here, they built this originally so that an actor could reach over and grab and crawl and fly around. Yeah. So if you notice, like here, go ahead and go over to this position and turn around.
Are you feeling comfortable?
Yeah.
All right, let's see you do something scary.
Let's see. How can I? Yeah, I like this. I do like this position here. So, what would you want me to do?
Well, why don't you do this? Actually, you know what? It's a kind of an interesting thing. Why don't you turn? Yeah. Okay, 180 degrees and invert.
Invert?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Now,
do it.
So when you come out, turn and then invert so we can see your face.
Oh, okay.
All right. You didn't invert.
Yeah, it's a little tricky on that. Let me try one more time. Invert. Dip down. Let's see.
You gotta get it balanced. Now, one of the things that I forgot to tell you that on that harness, there's with an element wrench 3 adjustments, and I think that's set up with
It's
the
set
adjustments.
down on the
If it's all the way down, he has a problem trying to like flip or invert.
Yeah,
if you adjust it wide open, then he can like flip around. So
It's on the dip right
I'm
now.
noticing right now he's balancing out, but it's not allowing him to turn. And that's a nice thing. It's a nice thing on the harness is you're able to lock it down. Now, at the show we have them wide open, so we can kind of play around. But go ahead, just. Now you notice, Brody, unlike the flying, the straight rail, because of the turn, when you come back this way, your body, your momentum is just pushing you over there.
Yeah.
So I
need it easy on that a little bit more.
You can come faster this way.
Yeah.
But you want to go slow because
slow on the back end.
The curve's gonna,
Yeah.
So your actors, the biggest point is like in here, it's grab points. Like he's now learning, he's getting a feel of it as he's going in. It's all muscle memory. He's learning, he's grabbing right here, he's going over here. Now as you come back, Brody, right as you go to that handhold, spin.
This handhold right here?
Right here.
Gotcha. Or this one, actually, right there.
Basically, it's something you just keep playing with.
Yeah.
Until you get it mastered.
Exactly. You know, it's like finding what works. You know, you'll see.
Well, that handhold's better.
Now, one of the things I'm kind of noticing too is like when you start as an operator, when you start to learn like where he's kicking and touching, that you better have it strong at that point, otherwise he could destroy the haunt.
Yeah, I mean, you would want to put these grab is at a phone, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you have it really well built. So, I mean, we were installed, we were standing on these things. So, you know, Now, one of the things that we did, and just
let me see it from this perspective over here. Like if I was a customer, and then just kind of sort of come out, Brody, and like I'm gonna come around that turn and like face me and give me like a scare. You ready?
All right.
And I just thought of something I'm gonna tell you here in a second, Robert. Go ahead.
Oh wait, what do you want me to come out and?
When you come out, like face my direction, because this is where I'm at.
Okay. I can do that too.
Now, you know what, Robert, I just thought of something. Because, I mean, hey, this is what I do. Okay. But one of the things, Robert, I think it would be good for him is, you know those mirrors they have in grocery stores, and they put them in the corner so that you can see if somebody's stealing around the corner?
now, did the audience go this way? Is this the?
They go this way.
Yeah.
So if he's coming from over here, if he had like a mirror right up in that corner, he could see me coming. Do you see what I'm saying, Brody?
I see what you're saying, like right in that corner.
Yeah, and then I would be here, and then all of a sudden, you know, rather than come here, now see, here's the problem. I get here, he's already going
already
past
going
me,
over, yeah.
and I don't get to see the whole full effect. If he knew that I was coming with a mirror up there, yeah, he could come out and scare me before I could even get into the room.
But how about this, Brody? Go ahead and why don't you go back over there?
Hook
I
up?
want you to hook up maybe two more. Then what I want you to do is come over to this side position. So if the audience is coming here, your first part of travel,
Is
break it into 2 points. Go over to this
Going
point,
that way.
lean out at them, and then fly after them a little faster. So what you have a reveal where they see a guy perched, and he flies for a scare, and as they come this way, he chases them. Should look good. So what he's going to do is he's going to harness up a little bit higher. And so your first push, bro,
Yep.
your first push is from here, push to a turn. So you're going to like turn 90 degrees to then stop. Put your feet here, up here, and then you can like picture your audience is now going this way, and you push after them this way.
So what is he doing? He's like notching up a couple spots?
Yeah.
So that's the beautiful part about it is, so we put it on nylon loops.
Hey, Nick, come up here. We're flying. Get at them. Yeah, they're flying in the ceiling. All right, come on up here. Okay.
We put them on nylon loops, so he has adjustments. You know, every 2 inches he can keep incrementally adjusting. As long as they're
What's the advantage of going higher?
it's just different
Higher
pick
vantage
points.
point?
It's a higher vantage point. So right now I'm going to get his feet a little higher. So instead of him landing up here, you know, he gets a little higher up. So if he comes over to this side, what I want him to do is do a slight turn, come over to here to the audience, and then follow him out. Because of the turn, he's got a faster reset to come back to his you know, first position. So first position to a turn scare, second position to a third position chase.
Now, I'll tell you another thing I think you ought to consider offering with these, if possible, is like a microphone speaker kit that mounts to that literally is sewn into that harness, like the chest.
Well, we don't
when you
sew
think
it-
about Iron Man, you know, like Iron
Sure.
Man, you know, and so like he could make a lot of noise. And
Sure. And those
is that
things,
possible?
You know, they're possible, but we wouldn't tie anything to the harness of that. I mean, those are absolutely available. But you know, the best part is, especially when it comes down to triggering. You know, people, especially actors in haunt, you give them something like a voice box like that, you don't know what's coming out of their mouth. But when you have a triggerable response to a track that they're animating to, then what you're having is you have continuity. You're controlling that scare, the narrative, every aspect of that part. So I would recommend not putting the voice box, but have something that they trigger off, hit a proximity sensor that the minute they lean off, it starts with the audio and they're doing a show. And it resets and just, it's always the same cool thing. Not them turning around and throwing out a cuss word or something that they did inappropriately. You know, keep it clean.
Yeah.
All right, so now you have it. That's perfect there. So what I want you to do, come back over here. If I'm coming in this way, I want you to go to this position as a stop. So you're just gonna turn slowly to get over to here.
Slowly turn to right here.
Yeah, you want to come right to that. So go back.
Okay.
Now learn it. So, okay. So come over. Now push yourself off so your back of your feet land up here. Exactly. That's where you want to be, so you can see them.
Oh wow! Now he's like he can like literally scare me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that!
I like that actually.
That is really cool. He's like standing vertical.
Exactly.
Not vertical, but horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now go back
When
over
you
to.
turn.
Now make it look like you're walking. Like if you could figure out how to like stand
Oh.
straight and walk.
Yeah, those are wall crawlers.
That's
We
what
did
that looks
for
like, a
nuts,
wall
and it's
crawler.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Go back over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. That's really cool. Yeah, that will be a lot of fun right
So
there.
he's over as they walk in. He sees them. Now go over there, kick your feet off. Now lean out. Stretch your legs all the way out.
Ah, coming back this way. Okay.
Okay.
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now stretch out.
I'm just leaning out at
Yeah,
him.
let go of your hand. Balance yourself.
Oh wow,
Okay.
check that out.
All right.
And then they're coming this way, right?
And then you go back and follow them.
And I just scatter at them. That's cool. I actually like this
Yeah.
right here. That's really cool because
Oh, that's freaky right there. That is really freaky.
I like that. That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Robert, this thing's going to be great for the haunted house. We really look forward to seeing the other ones you have and other effects at your booth
Yep.
at the Transworld Show,
At the Transworld Show.
and we can't wait.
Booth number 430.
All right.
431 and 530.
And thank you to Brody.
Of course. It's really fun. Thank you for letting me try it out and show you guys.
All right.